Hey, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be reviewing the cheapest 5-star Hyatt resort in the world on my stay in January 2026, the Hyatt Regency Yogyakarta. I'm going to review the common areas of the hotel, and then I'm going to review the room, including the impressive balcony overlooking the hotel's golf course. I'm also going to review the breakfast, the hotel's facilities such as the swimming pool, and give my honest review as to what it's like staying at this hotel. The first thing you should note about the Hyatt Regency Yogyakarta is that it is not right in the city centre. The hotel is a resort-style property which sits on 22 acres of land, including its own golf course. Therefore, by necessity, it cannot be right in the centre of things and has to be located out a little bit. It took about 20 to 25 minutes by car to get there from the train station, but do bear in mind, taxis are very cheap in Yogyakarta, and the journey only cost us about $2. As soon as you arrive, you will be struck by the scale of this hotel and the size of the land that it sits on. On arrival, we were greeted by about 4 people who welcomed us to the hotel, assisted us with our bags, and walked us to the lobby. I was impressed with how the walkway to the lobby is decorated. It had a lovely feel to it and contained a water feature complete with fish. If you walk to the end, you could see the full extent of the grounds of the hotel, which, as I mentioned earlier in the video, are 22 acres in size. So far, first impressions of the hotel were very positive. We took a seat in the lobby to complete the check-in formalities, which took about 10 minutes. Whilst we did this, a welcome drink and snack were presented to us. Hey, if you're enjoying the video so far, please subscribe, or at least hit the like button. It's a small gesture, but it really helps my channel. With the room key in my hand, I walked to the elevators, which were at the other end of this long corridor. As you can see, the finish on the hotel is to a very high standard. Our room today was on the 5th floor and was an entry-level room. Let's take a look inside the room. The room that we got was an entry-level golf course view room. The room had a basic resort-style finish to it. Nothing overly fancy, but it was decent and had everything that you needed. The air conditioning was off when we came into the room and was controlled by this panel on the wall, although it didn't feel overly hot when we came in because the room was cooled by the air from the rest of the hotel. The view for the room looked out over the golf course. As I mentioned, this hotel sits on 22 acres of land, and from this view you can really see that. As a welcome gift, the hotel left a homemade local snack in the room for us. This was pretty tasty and much appreciated, as we had no food when we first arrived. On the left-hand side of the bed, they very helpfully put a universal power socket. Do note that this is only on the left-hand side of the bed. It is not replicated on the right-hand side, so if you want to charge your devices, make sure you're sleeping on the left-hand side. The bed itself was comfortable. Not the most comfortable bed I've ever slept on, but probably the most comfortable bed I've ever slept on at a $50 a night hotel. The room came with a full-size work desk, which is handy if you needed to get any work done, and there were some additional power sockets tucked behind the back of the desk. The room also featured a full-sized minibar. This was empty, apart from 2 complimentary bottles of water. These waters were replenished daily, and you could request more if you needed them. The room features a surprisingly large wardrobe, so there's plenty of room not only to hang your clothes, but also to store your suitcases out of the way of the rest of the room. Bathrobes and slippers are provided, as well as tea and coffee making facilities, including a kettle and an additional bottle of water. Moving on to the bathroom, this featured a tub as well as a shower head, although I will note that the shower head was not detachable, so it was a little less convenient to use. Toiletries were by the brand Pharmacopoeia, which I'll be honest, I hadn't heard of before, but they were pleasant and smelled nice. They were in bottles which were attached to the wall. A fairly extensive set of toiletries was provided, including toothbrush, combs, shavers, and shower caps. Pretty much everything you could reasonably need, and a very impressive selection for a hotel at this price point. The toilet was in a separate room to the side and had a bidet water function built into it. There was also a nice wooden carving on the wall. A bit random to place it here of all places, but I'm not complaining. We actually stayed at this hotel for 2 nights, and on the second night were upgraded to a room with a balcony. The room was identical in all material respects apart from the balcony, so I won't re-review it, and I'll just show you the balcony. As you can see, the balcony was huge, almost the size of the room itself. It came with a table, 2 chairs, and an umbrella for shade or to protect you from the rain. The balcony looked out onto the golf course and was a nice addition to the room. Whether it's worth it to you, of course, depends on how much extra they're charging for it at the time of booking. I did a few quick dummy bookings and found that they were roughly going for about $10 to $20 extra per night, depending on the night you book. The hotel grounds themselves were quite lovely to walk around. They hadn't just made them 22 acres of plain grass. They contained water features, ponds, decorations. They'd made a real effort to actually decorate them. The hotel also contained a massive swimming pool. This shot here shows you just how big it is, and shows how the hotel really did have a resort-style feel to it. Make no mistake, this is not a city hotel, despite the fact that it's located only 20 minutes from a fairly major city. Another thing that I liked is how you could be wandering around the grounds and then all of a sudden you would stumble across a sort of random feature like this wooden horse here on the right. I don't quite know why they placed it here, but it was nice to see small touches like this. It added a lot of character to the hotel. Anyway, enough about the hotel. Let's take a look at the breakfast, which was included in my room rate on both nights of my stay. Breakfast is served on the ground floor, and you have a choice of indoor or outdoor seating. We opted for outdoor seating on both days, as you had lovely views right by the pool, and it wasn't too hot. All parts of the outdoor area were shaded, and there was a good breeze early in the morning. Food was served buffet style and catered to both Asian and Western palates. There were also a number of live stations where certain dishes could be made to order. This included things like omelettes and eggs, but also local Indonesian dishes. One thing that really stood out from this breakfast was the incredible service by the staff. There was a great staff-to-guest ratio at breakfast, which meant there was no shortage of staff members to take care of you. Not just that, but they seemed to really go out of their way to ensure that you had a good time, constantly checking if everything was okay, if you had everything that you needed, or if they could get you anything else. This genuinely had some of the best service I've experienced at a hotel breakfast, and I was not expecting that at a hotel at this price point. For breakfast on both days, I tended to stick to Indonesian food, because when in Rome. I paired this with iced coffees and Indonesian herbal drinks. I can confirm that the food was fresh and tasty, and eating it by the pool in the sun was a lovely way to start the day on both of my days. I was definitely very impressed with this breakfast. I would recommend trying to book a room rate which includes it if you can, and it doesn't cost too much extra. Overall, I was fairly blown away by this hotel. To be clear, it wasn't the nicest hotel I've ever stayed at. Far from it. But for the price, it was amazing. As a reminder, I only paid $50 per night for my stay, a rate which included breakfast for 2 people. And as well, when I'd heard that this was the cheapest 5-star Hyatt resort in the world, I came here with very low expectations for my stay. I did wonder, how much can they really include for $50 a night plus breakfast? But when I arrived, I was pleasantly surprised. I mean, take a look. Does this look like a $50 a night hotel? All of the finishings were to a very high standard. The common areas of the hotel all looked like a much more expensive resort. And whilst the room was basic, there was absolutely nothing wrong with it, and it had everything you need for your stay. The hotel had also put a lot of effort into making the outdoor areas look well decorated and inviting, very resort-like. And on top of that, the breakfast, which I had assumed would just be a small add-on given the price, turned out to be extremely comprehensive and featured some of the best, if not the best service I'd ever experienced at a hotel breakfast. Very surprising for a hotel at this price point. For me, this was the best, unexpectedly good stay of the past 12 months. It far exceeded my expectations. And I think it's safe to say it's probably the best value for money you can get within the Hyatt network. I will return, and I recommend you visit. Highly recommended.